for me, I'm his biggest cheerleader right now, but I also want to be out there playing. I also want to be on the field, and that's kind of why I'm still doing it, because I still enjoy playing the game. So hopefully some of the lessons I'm able to teach him are him watching me play, but if it's the other way around, I'm going to do my best to help him succeed.
That's Ryan Fitzpatrick, Dolphins quarterback, from the What's Next with Eric Wood podcast. Fun fact, Eric Wood looks just like Thurman Merman from Bad Santa. That's completely irrelevant, but it entertains me every time I see Eric Wood and realize he looks just like Thurman Merman from Bad Santa. All right, good Santa in Miami delivering Tua Tagovailoa. Ryan Fitzpatrick's the veteran. He played well enough last year. We talked last segment about how they turned it around after an 0-7 start and how good they were down the stretch. I mean, I think Fitzpatrick is a guy who gets it. He knows his role, and at the same time, he wants to play. And I think Brian Flores is going to let him play if he shows he's good enough to be the guy who deserves to be on the field, regardless of whether or not Tua Tagovailoa is on track to start. If Fitzpatrick is better, you go with Fitzpatrick. I think Flores is that simple. Chris, you're the one that knows Flores better than any of us. Don't you think at the end of the day, if Fitzpatrick is the best option, he's the guy who's going to play no matter what investment they have into Tua Tagovailoa?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, to what you're saying, Mike, I don't think they're going to be scared to play Ryan Fitzpatrick. No doubt about it. I mean, I think if Ryan Fitzpatrick comes out of training camp and is clearly like the lead dog in the clubhouse, and wow, he's outperformed Tua every day, and it's not even close, then yes, Brian Flores, he's going to try to put the best product out there and try to win football games. I do believe that. But I do think if it's close and Tua shows, let's say we have preseason games, and he shows some Tua moments that they've all been excited for, I think you're going to have a hard time not starting him week one. I do. We hear this every year. Daniel Jones is going to sit behind Eli Manning. Carson Wentz is going to sit behind Sam Bradford. And, hey, here's the other thing to me with this situation is, this is different than Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers, I think, will truly help Jordan Love. Jordan Love's not a threat to him right now or even really next year. But Fitzpatrick, yes, he's the guy here. He wants to play. He does. Might be his last year of playing as a true starter in the NFL. And I think he realizes that. So I don't think he's going to open up the hood completely for a guy that he is legitimately going to compete against here and just go, hey, here's all my knowledge. Here's a trick. So the next time you run the play, you can look better than me running it. No, I don't think that'll happen. I think he'll keep it close to the vest with some things because he wants to be the starter. And you got to worry about that a little bit if you're in a Miami Dolphins organization as well.
Brian Flores is going to play the best guy, period. And the question is, this is the whole thing about having a redshirt year for Tua Tagovailoa was a piece of tar right from the start. They're not drafting a guy. They are not drafting a guy who is going to walk into training camp with a limp and saying, my hip hurts, I need the year off. They're drafting a guy who is ready to play opening day. Now, whether he wins the job, does he have enough time to win the job? Does he not have enough time to win over the coaches? That is going to be the question. Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the quarterback of this team soon. I don't know if it's going to be September 12th. I don't know if it's going to be October 18th. But he will be the quarterback of this team soon. And I'm sure that Ryan Fitzpatrick deep down knows it.
Yeah, and look, I think that Fitzpatrick, part of his role of helping get the most out of Tua Tagovailoa is to take this attitude that I'm going to compete, that I want to play, because that keeps Tua Tagovailoa from slipping into this notion that it's his job. He's got to go win it. I remember when they put Ryan Tannehill at the bottom of the depth chart in 2012. It's like, yeah, what they're doing is they are giving him the opportunity to climb the ladder internally, and that in so doing, he builds confidence and he puts himself in position where when it's time to play, he's going to feel better about himself. But I go back to last year in Miami when they brought in Josh Rosen with the trade that they made with the Cardinals after the Cardinals made Kyler Murray the first pick in the draft. And it's like, well, they're gonna go with Rosen. I mean, he was the 10th overall pick. You know, and Rosen's they're gonna groom Rosen, and they're gonna see what they have with Rosen, and they eventually just decided we're going with the better guy. So Tua will have every opportunity, and if he's the better guy, he'll play. But Fitz is going to try, and Fitz is going to compete. And if Fitz happens to be the better guy, then I think that's ultimately what the Dolphins are going to do, even if it slows down the development of Tua Tagovailoa. And I've always been a guy who says, if you're going to invest a top 10 pick on a quarterback, you got to get him out on the field. You got to see what he can do. You got to let him develop, because all those lumps he takes now is going to help him next year. I mean, that's the downside, isn't it, Chris, to not starting a rookie who may not be better than the veteran right now. He's losing those opportunities to slow the game down so he's better next year.
Yeah, I mean, that's my thought, and again, not that you're wrong by sitting, a year and learning that way. Yeah, I mean, we saw Patrick Mahomes. He did that and came in and threw 50 touchdown passes. I mean, so, you can't be wrong that way. But I think at the end of the day, my thought, and I think a more common thought around the NFL is to what you're saying, Mike. Get the guy in there. Let him take his lumps. Let him learn the speed of the game and how to play quarterback in the NFL. Added to the fact, too, Tua didn't play the end of last season in college football, too. So, then you sit out a whole nother year. That's a long time of not playing football, too, that I would worry about. I'm with you guys. I think Flores starts Ryan Fitzpatrick if he thinks he gives him the best chance to win. But I think if it gets close, or it's real close through training camp, or the team starts to fall apart early in the year, they're going to pull the trigger and go with Tua. He's the fifth pick of the draft. He is the future, and there is no future with Ryan Fitzpatrick, who I know is not going to die lightly. He's going to compete, and I respect him for that. Good talk,
Yes,
guys.
Peter.
Good talk. I'll just keep holding it down. Yeah.
It happens every Wednesday. Happens every Wednesday, typically in the second hour of the program. I wait for Peter, and it's always segment 8. That's our magical segment. Next week, on Wednesday when we do this, we have to be on guard for segment 8 for Peter to have an opportunity to talk, me to wait for him to talk, Peter to wait for me to talk.
Mike, I got one for you.
All right.
I answer the phone. She say curse word. No.
That's good. No.
Let me ask you this, guys. Who do you think starts first? Tua or Justin Herbert with the Chargers? If you had to pick Tua or Herbert, who do you think's the first guy to see the field? Tua.
Tua.
No question about it.
Yeah, Tua. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if Justin Herbert starts at all this year.
Might not.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.